Hi guys, Nesty here. Welcome back to another video. I'm a bit late, but let's talk about the NAT5 selection card. We could get it from the pre-registration of the Sonic event. You can get it from the starter pack and I think starter pack 2 and starter pack 3. So I really hope some of you still have some of the selection cards left. So let's take a fast look and see which of these NAT5s might be worth it. Okay, Draker not possible, Onam not possible, Bust not possible, Merlin as well, Artemis, Onmyoji, Sansang, Barona. Okay, this is the first one, the Shavujing. Fire one is a really good one. Has a really high attack down on the passive, so you will have a really high chance to get an attack down while you still also have the chance to deal decent damage. Leader skill is not working. Overall a good monster, but still inferior to the Fire Shinobi, so I would not suggest you to go for the Wujing. If you want to improve your Wood Titan team, go for the Fire Shinobi. Fire Zubaji. Double Predator. Not that good. At least not good enough for a selection card. Hades, exactly the same. Not possible. Here we have the Fire Shinobi. One of the top picks for the card in my opinion. You will get a really high damage. Maybe you're lucky and get a variant, or you have a variant already, so the leader skill is also really strong, and yeah, an attack down. So if you have more than one of these Shinobis, you can use them all, then you don't need a real attack downer anymore. Sun Wukong, basically the same as Wujing. He's also really good, but still inferior to the Fire Shinobi. I would only go for the Sun Wukong if you have a variant already. The variant skill is really strong. Garuda too weak. Indra too weak. All of them are really not bad, but if you really have the choice to go for one monster, I would not go for any of these. Like for the Fire so far, I would only suggest the Fire Shinobi. Odin also a good monster, still not good enough. Same with the Shiva. Same with the Fire Nightmare. Fire Valkyrie is a really good monster in general. Has the really fast moral boost with the 50%, and then you will have the chance to stun with the active. It's a really good monster. Strong in PvP, but I think there are still better options for PvP. It's a decent choice, but I think there are better ones. Fire Arthur you could get from this contract, the very first contract. So this is also something that you shouldn't go for. And it's the same with the Fire Purse. Yeah, the zap is good and all that, but not good enough for the selection card. Water Wujing, you can already see from the skill set, it's not strong enough. Water Zubaji, Fearless Taunt and the stun. The stun is a single target attack. Yeah, not good enough. Water Hades. Water Hades is really good in my opinion, has a really good defense down and also a Courage Strike. Leader skill not working. It's more of a bit more defensive Courage Striker, let's call it like that. Has an overall decent stat distribution, high HP, decent attack and decent defense. So yeah, it would be a decent choice in my opinion. But if you are still building the whole team, I would suggest you to go for the Water Indra, because the water element in general is lacking more attack down than it lacks defense down. There are like Victoria, then there is the Siedler. Both of them have double defense down. There are some others that have decent defense downs. So it's a good choice, but I would personally prefer the Water Indra. Obviously, if you still have enough of the attack down from the Indras or whatever, it's a really good choice. Water Shinobi, not good enough. Same with the Water Wukong. Water Garuda also not good enough. Here we have the Indra, like I said. 80% chance for 3-turn attack down and a Courage Strike. Plus a really good variant skill, in case you might get one in the future. For me, the top pick. Like, for Titans, the Fire Shinobi and the Fire Indra are both really strong and are top picks. Water Odin, she's okay, especially with the Draca meta, but I would personally not choose her. If you want to have something for PvP and you want to counter the Draca, in my opinion, the Shiva is better. Takes away the SP of the Draca, so it will not be able to use the active, and this is what makes the Draca overall that fearful. It's extremely high damage, so Shiva can get rid of it. You don't need a resistance check or anything. He will always deal the SP, and afterwards it will try to land the Thirst, which is basically exactly the same as this skill. It will take away 30% of the SP from the SP bar. So in my opinion, Shiva is the top pick here. If you want to go for a PvP monster. Water Nightmare. For me, Water Nightmare is one of these monsters. I don't know why people see her strong, or some people suggest to use her. She's really weak. The whole monster basically only has a seal. The adrenaline is not that strong on her. She basically only has the seal, and if she's not able to land the seal, it's a wasted slot. She can't get rid of the Dracas. She's not dealing damage. The active, it's a good active, but what can you say? At least I think Water Nightmare is one of these monsters that are far overrated. Whenever I'm fighting in the arena against a Water Nightmare, yeah, she only has the seal. If in the very first turn she's not able to land the seal, the defense already lost. So, in my opinion, not a good choice. Same with the Valkyrie, you really don't need her for anything. Water Arthur is a lot better. The moral boost into an attack down, maybe you even have some pugilist gems. A really strong PvP monster. Water Purse, also one of these monsters that people make far too strong. Like, people think she will be useful everywhere, while she's not. The heal is good, it's really not bad. Petrification obviously is not that good. It's a CC, but first of all you have to land it, and afterwards you're not dealing any damage to that monster. You will deal like 1 to 10 damage, so you're not getting a big advantage from being able to land the petrification. I don't know why people see her as that good, because she's not. The Water Purse has one really good use, and that's in the top arena against people that use a bot and let the PvP arena run on auto. The damage is completely spread, So the purse is more useful. But if we are talking about a real fight, when someone is really attacking you as a person, not with a bot, this person will focus monsters down, and then the purse is not strong enough. You need like a really good balance between your team, maybe another active healer like, let's say, a light succubus or other monsters that are able to generate a lot of SP. Especially these SP batteries are really good because they can here and there land a stun. Like, I'm talking about teams that are full on pugilist stuns that are able to land a stun here and there, and then the heal of her comes in handy. But in my opinion, if you ask yourself which monster you should go for, you're really far away from a full team with pugilist jumps, with Shivas, Shivas, Arthurs, I don't know, Dark Merlins, I don't know, Light Purse, like all these monsters that you are seeing in top arena. You will not have 5 of these. You are asking because you only have a few NAT5s. Maybe you don't have any. She will help you in progressing in the story, but I'm not joking if I'm saying that you can clear the whole story with slimes. Story is really not what you should focus on if you have something rare like a selection card. There are a lot of really strong NAT3s, NAT4s, all of them can really easily take care of the story mode. For the selection card, there is not one really outstanding farmer. Like, what do we have there? A Fire Ifrit, then we have, I don't know, a Dark Purse, Dark Tina, Dark Mona, Fire Secret, all these monsters that have a speed generating skill on the passive, while they have a damage increasing skill on the active. The selection card only has the monsters that you can get from the clan festival. All of these Heroes Festival exclusives are not part of it. And there is not one good farmer that you want to have on the later stages. So you have to either go for PvP, so Arena, or Titans. Then we have the Wood Wujing. It's basically a weaker version of the Dark Odin. Also has the Battle Rush and also has the defense down. But it's a wood monster, so Fire Draker would love to see this Wujing in the arena. Not a good choice. Here we have the Wood Zubaji, one of the monsters that are dealing a lot of damage against the Titans, has the Courageous Strike on the passive, which is another advantage, has a really good leader skill, and a single target active, which is also really good for Titans. Yeah, the blind is not that strong, but overall she's a strong monster. I would say it really depends on how many Wood Merlins you have, because Merlin is out-damaging her. If you have no Merlin, it's a really good choice. If you have 1 or 2 Merlins, also still a good choice. If you have more, in my opinion, she's not the top pick anymore. Then we have the Hades, Thirst and HP Aggression, not really fitting that much. Not a good monster. Shinobi, exactly the same. It's nice to have an SP Siphon, but the active is just a single target stun. Not good enough. And it's also food for the Fire one. Wood Wujing, double defense down. It's really great, has a great leader skill, but you have the choice, and he's not much better than Amphibian. Amphibian even has some advantages over the Wukong as well, so for the selection card I would not go for him. Wood Garuda, she's the other wood monster that I would think about picking, either the Zubaji or the Garuda. Like I said, it really depends on your other monsters. For example, if you have a decent amount of water bastards, then the Garuda is not needed. You can also use water Drakas. A lot of us top players are using a water Draka because the wood Garuda is starting to really shine if he's fully booked. And how many monsters do you have that are fully booked and are NAT5? Probably not that many. So you can either think of, if you are going to fight a water titan, you can go for water Draka, water bastard, or if you have no Garuda that has books, you can use double Garuda. That's also enough to have a high chance to get the weaken debuff. So this is the other top pick for me for the wood monsters, Zubaji and the Garuda. Yeah, Inra overall is not a bad monster. Without the books, he's acceptable, nothing interesting. But if he's fully booked, he's starting to deal extreme damage. Has the stun, which is going for 2 turns, and a really good chance to thirst. A really strong offensive monster for the arena, because a lot of these defenses are built against fire, against the fire Draka. So if you have the wood Indra on your offense, which you can see he has decent HP, decent attack, decent defense, and nearly no recovery, which is perfect. With the books he's really, really good. But before he's mediocre. Odin, yeah, Odin is really not that great. Can heal herself and has a defense down. Same with the Shiva. Shiva got buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed and is still mediocre. Maybe with the next buff. Wood Nightmare once a really, really strong monster. And then Fire Draka came. And now you will see basically no Wood Nightmares in arena defenses anymore. Wood Valkyrie is exactly the same. At some point in the game she was really strong and then better monsters came, so she's also a bad pick. Wood Arthur, he's decent because he has a really high damage and these arena defenses are made half out of water monsters. So he's, even if I personally don't like his HP generating skill, at least he has a stun, an active that is an AoE, which basically has a chance for a double turn stun, really good, but in my opinion not good enough. And then we have the Wood Persephone, also not good enough. She's actually one of the worst NAT5s. So if I have to think about what I would pick as a new player, it's either I'm going for the Titans directly, then it would be the Fire Shinobi, the Water Hades, or the Water Indra. If you think you want to go some more for arena, Water Shiva also is a really great one. Water Arthur is really good. Wood also has some decent monsters, but only for Titans, and that would be the Zubaji and the Wood Garuda. I personally wouldn't pick any of the others, but yeah, in the end it's totally up to you. These would be my choices, so I hope it will help you a bit. As always, gems is for all these monsters the same: offensive monster, attack, HP. And for the arena, most of them want to be defensive. It depends if you're using them only on offense or only on defense. Some you can use on both. A good example would be the Water Arthur, in my opinion. For the Water Arthur, you have decent HP, decent attack, decent defense. So it's totally up to you what you want to go for. But normally you have to give him at least 1 HP gem, 1 defensive gem. You need HP and you even need the defense, because otherwise the Drakers deal too much damage. For the last gem you can decide, do you want to go for some more attack that you're dealing more damage? Do you want to have overall more effective HP, then you're going for the HP gem? Do you want to be fully prepared against the Fire Drakers? Then you are going for a defensive gem. So as you can see, the arena monsters are a bit harder to gem, but for the Titan monsters, normally attack HP, or if you have a decent crit rate gem, attack crit rate HP is the best gem. Afterwards, in the late game, so it will take some time for most of you, you will switch to a completely offensive build, because you will have maxed trinkets, you will have attack down, you will have defense down, you will have weaken, all these skills that are really important for Titans. And then a more offensive build like attack crit rate, or attack crit damage if you are even lucky and have high crit rate rolls. But I think if you are thinking about what NAT5 you want to pick, you are far away from that. So stay with attack HP, or if you have a decent crit rate gem, attack crit rate HP.